Hey guys, so I just finished watching the last episode, episode 3 of Rebels. Depending on if you count the movie at the beginning of the season, or actually not really at the beginning of the season, it was released several months ago. But if you count that as part of this season, then it would be episode 4. And people are still arguing all over the internet and Reddit about which episode this is. Some even say it's episode 5 because of the first movie counting as 2 episodes. So that's a mess, but I'm just going to go with episode 3. So now that we've cleared that up out of the way, my feelings about this episode are a little mixed. I enjoyed seeing Chopper, kind of be a little bit more central in the episode. I enjoyed seeing Zeb play a key role in the episode. I didn't like these 2 Inquisitors as much as I liked the other Inquisitor, and it seemed a little simplistic. Like, oh well, we couldn't beat you with 1 Grand Inquisitor, but now let's try 2 Grand Inquisitors. That seemed a little goofy to me, and I didn't care for the personalities of either one of them, so I was a little disappointed there. They're not bad; they're just not as menacing as especially not as the voice actor that played the first Inquisitor, who played I forget his name off the top of my head, but he played Malfoy's dad in the Harry Potter series. But it wasn't a bad episode, but I didn't like it as much as I did the last 2 episodes. For whatever reason, I thought some of the, quote unquote acting by some of the characters seemed a little over the top, especially there at the end whenever they're all kind of acting sad. It just seemed a little goofy and campy, where the last 2 episodes really gave off a more realistic feel. Like you could see the emotions and the characters, and this just seemed a little goofy, like, oh no, now there are 2 Inquisitors, now there are 2 of them. It just seemed a little cheesy. It wasn't bad. They didn't, there was no mini chlorians or anything like that. It just wasn't that great of an episode. But I did like seeing Ezra be a little cocky, although for half a second I saw a little bit of Anakin there. Oh, I'm getting better every single day. Just wait. So that kind of worries me that maybe we'll see him turn to the dark side eventually. But overall, I did like seeing him be a little more cocky and confident. He's come a long way from where we saw him in the first season, especially the first half of the first season. So overall, it wasn't a terrible episode. It just wasn't as good as the first 2. But we do have 22 episodes this season, so there's going to be some filler. There's going to be, and I'm not even sure I would call this filler. I mean, we got introduced to 2 new villains. It just didn't quite hit the mark, but that's going to happen when you have 22 episodes, So I'm not overly, disappointed. It was just not as good as I was hoping it was. But it's still definitely worth checking out. It's not bad. I would probably give it a 6 out of 10. Still worth watching. But yeah, anyways, comment below. Let me know what y'all thought about it. Am I crazy? Did y'all agree? Did y'all have some other issues with the episode? Yeah, so thanks for watching, and please subscribe.